And to the US government, I'm never forgiving you for this. And I'm never gonna trust you ever again, because you just, like that, took away millions of people's income and livelihood. And who does that? So I'm never trusting you ever again with anything. So I'm starting to give up hope that there's gonna be a Hail Mary moment at the end of this that's gonna save this app. It's so dumb coming on the internet and crying about an app, but the fact is that this has been a sense of community for me for years now, and it got me through really, really hard times in my life. The pandemic, losing my job, all of that, getting divorced, like all of this crap that's happened to me in the last 5 years since I've been on here. Hours and hours and hours of time I put into creating stuff for this platform. And I'm not the biggest creator on here. Like, I'm not like, I don't have 3 million followers or 10 million followers, but I do have a platform. It's the biggest platform I have, and I worked really hard to make it. On top of that, it's been a source of income for me for going on 3 years now. First it was just a little bit, but then it got to be more. I'm not like rich off of it, but it has significantly helped my income every month. Hi, Halloumi. And it's been consistent enough that like I've been able to rely on it. So like, on top of being just sad that I'm losing my creative outlet and my platform, I'm like worried about like what I'm gonna do financially. And I know like I'll figure it out. Like, I've had to do that a million times in my life. Like, I'm an artist, I've had to figure it out a million times, but it just like, it sucks that I have to, or that any of us have to. It's so unfair. This is so much more than just an app. Like, this is really truly a sense of community that there is nowhere else on the internet. And like, yes, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Red Note now, I'm on Lemonade. I don't even know what that is, but I have 13,000 followers on there. I've literally only logged in twice, but I know that none of it's gonna be the same. I know none of it's gonna be the same. So I guess if this goes away, and for those of you that I don't see on the other apps, like, want to say like thank you to the community that I've had. My little community, I had such a small little corner of TikTok, but it was really beautiful. And I really appreciate all of you guys. All the people that comment on all my videos, even when my views were down and I wasn't getting views, people that would comment, and I always saw you, the same people. I know who you guys all are, and I love you all so much. And I'm so appreciative for the time that we've had. And I can't believe I'm crying like this on the internet. It feels like the pandemic. I haven't done this since then. But it feels like I'm losing like a really good friend.
It's really not fair that like they're banning TikTok. And I know it's dramatic as hell that I'm crying, but I just seen the video of the girl that made the renegade dance. And I'm crying because I read a comment that was like the algorithm saying goodbye to us. And I've been noticing that a lot over the past like week. Like, all the trends that came in the beginning are coming back. And it just makes me really sad, because it genuinely feels like our parents just came in the middle of a school year and said, yeah, forget all your friends, forget all the hard work that you did at this school, forget everything that you did. You're gonna have to start from scratch. And it sucks, because it's like, it's beyond TikTok dances, it's beyond all of that. Like, we have put Black culture on a stage that everybody can appreciate. Y'all have shown me things about psychology and my family and my friends and myself that I would have never learned in this lifetime. Like, I don't really know, like, and I know it sounds dramatic to say I don't know what I'm going to do without TikTok, but like, bro, I really don't know who I'm going to be without TikTok, because a large part of who I have become in the last 6 years, and a large part of my growth, has come from a lot of the stuff I've learned off of this app. And I really hate to say goodbye.
Has anyone else just been crying on this app all night? Because it feels like we're losing like a community. It feels like we're losing friends. We're losing like a platform where we learned so much about things we didn't know about, opportunities, places to eat, movies to watch, books to read. It's like, it's inspiring seeing people talk about how the fish are gonna move somewhere else afterwards, and how the community is not gonna go away, but it just feels like losing a family member, and it's a fucking app. I know I might be being dramatic, and I know I'm not somebody that got some crazy following on this app, but TikTok made a fucking difference for me. And this sucks.
China is such a rigorous country. Did you know they banned Google, Facebook, and Instagram? Oh, that's bad. Those poor citizens, they have no freedom. We're banning TikTok. Our citizens can only use social media apps monitored by our government. Wait, isn't this what China does? No, we're different. Okay. USA! USA!
It's out for so much advice. Is nobody else like scared of losing TikTok? Like, I feel like I'm over here so sad, and everyone just seems so chill and put together about the fact that this app is going away. But I'm not. This app is literally like my comfort app. My main account, literally, I have things from 2015 Musical.ly. It's my digital diary. My For You page knows me so well. I use this app for so much advice, news, recommendations. Like, the thought of it just being gone is like sad. And yeah, I know I sound probably so crazy right now, but I'm just like genuinely so sad.
So it's no longer news that TikTok has been banned in the USA. So many people are trying so hard since yesterday, 18th of January 2025. Today is 19th. They are trying. Many US residents are trying so hard to access the TikTok with VPN, but it seems not to work. So TikTok has been disabled, or the URL have been taken down in USA. So many TikTok users, 170 million TikTok users in USA. Most of them are even coming out to cry, express their frustration with the US government and all of that. But you might be wondering, why was TikTok banned? So many things. But we see Elon Musk expressing his own opinion. He said, in my opinion, TikTok should not be banned in the USA, even though such a ban may benefit the X platform, that's his X platform. Doing so will be contrary to freedom of speech and expression. It is not what America stands for. However, there is something he pointed out. Elon Musk pointed out that TikTok is allowed to operate in USA, while X, or Twitter, now X, is banned in China. You see, Facebook is banned in China. WhatsApp is banned in China. But some of these Chinese apps are allowed to operate. And America just want to monitor the platform called TikTok. But TikTok owner is not really allowing that. Now, here this is a question I asked Grok. I had asked Grok why TikTok was banned. So the TikTok ban in the United States said to take effect, it has already taken effect. One of the reasons is national security concerns. Chinese ownership. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, a Chinese company. There are fears that the Chinese government could potentially gain access to user data due to Chinese laws that require companies to share data with the government for national security purposes. This has raised alarm about surveillance, espionage, or the manipulation of content to influence American users. 2. Data privacy. There is significant concern about how much data TikTok collects from users, including location data, browsing habits, and personal information. The worry is that this data could be leveraged by foreign entities against US interest. This concern is compounded by the lack of transparency over how data is stored and used. Now, the third potential reason is potential for propaganda and misinformation. Critics argue that TikTok could be used to spread propaganda, manipulate public opinion, or disseminate misinformation, given its capability to algorithmically control content visibility. While there is no definitive proof of such misuse, the potential for it is seen as a significant risk. Legislative action and bipartisan support. The US Congress passed legislation with broad bipartisan support that mandates ByteDance to divest TikTok to a US company or face a ban, highlighting the perceived threat to national security and data privacy. This reflects a rare consensus in Washington on the need to address these concerns, legal and constitutional challenges. Despite TikTok's arguments that the ban violates free speech rights under the First Amendment, the Supreme Court upheld the law, indicating that the security concerns were compelling enough to justify the measure. The justices largely sidestepped free speech arguments in favor of a national security consideration. So, I mean, a lot. There is another point is political dynamics. There has been a shift in political stance on TikTok, with President-elect Donald Trump showing a willingness to negotiate a solution post-inauguration, which could involve extending the ban's deadline or facilitating a sale of TikTok's U.S. operation. This reflects a complex interplay of political, economical, and security concerns. Obviously, you know that Elon Musk is working with Trump government. So if there is going to be any consideration to lift TikTok ban, it's going to be on this basis. One, the Chinese government need to allow X platform to operate in China. Maybe allow Facebook also to operate in China. Allow WhatsApp to operate in China. You are talking of WhatsApp. China has WeChat. But even some apps, Google Chrome, they have UC browser. They have all their own apps. So why would you ban X, a company owned by a U.S. citizen, and then now TikTok is allowed to operate in USA now? And when the government say, "Look, we want to monitor, this data. We want to monitor the information that or the data that is stored by this platform TikTok," and the owner refused. So they now say, "Look, now you need to sell your TikTok or you are banned." And here we are, TikTok has been banned. So if they are operating in such a way, the US government has no option than to ban TikTok. So yes, I've seen a lot of people express their frustration. Like, it can happen. TikTok needs to do the needful. You can't be bigger than the government. No particular individual can be bigger than the whole government. I mean, we are talking about the world power, USA. So TikTok needs to dance to the tone of US government, or maybe get the same treatment from other countries, because other countries might be interested with what the US is interested in and might want to be taking down TikTok URL on various countries. I mean, I think in 2021, Twitter was banned in Nigeria, and we're accessing it with VPN. But now some US citizens are finding it difficult to even access TikTok with VPN. So TikTok needs to really do what the US government, or do their bidding. And I believe that TikTok makes more money from US users than any other country in the whole world.